Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly forecast. This week we are looking at the energy for April 3rd to the 9th of 2023. And this week we have some really interesting energy around Mercury, which represents information, communication. And we have a lot going on in the world right now that I really want to touch on, especially in Canada. We have a lot of bills being passed, we have a lot of people upset. And this week we are going to hear a lot more changes. There is a lot of energy with Mercury this week. Mercury represents our communication, our information that we are receiving. So, in this forecast this week, I'm really going to touch on a lot of this energy because I think that this is what is important right now to discuss. And so, please stay with me, and I really hope that you enjoy it, and I really, really hope that this helps you. And my name is Adina. I'm an intuitive astrologer, and if you align with my energy, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and this channel. So let's get right into the forecast. On Monday, we have Mercury entering Taurus and then is going to form a square to Pluto. This is big energy. First of all, we have Mercury in Taurus. So, what can this bring? This can bring information around our financial systems. This can bring information around our food supply chain, anything that is a Taurian theme. Taurus rules our food supply chain. It's our stability, it's our security. So, our food, our structures, our financial systems, our money, material possessions. And with Mercury forming a square to Pluto as soon as Mercury enters Taurus, this is going to be some really powerful and intense information around these topics and themes. So I think that it's really important to prepare ourselves. And I don't ever want to push fear. However, I think the best way to move through energy is through preparation and pre- like becoming aware of it. I think when you're aware, you can move through the energy a lot easier. And so, right on Monday, I think we're going to hear some interesting things in the news. I know here in Canada, we have had protests all across Canada, which is amazing to see the Canadian people stand up for our rights and freedoms. We are going to see more of that because we now have Pluto in Aquarius. And if you haven't checked out that video, it should be posted by the time I post this weekly forecast because I'm recording it at the around the same time. I haven't recorded it yet. I was recording it and got interrupted. So I have to record it again, but I've done the Pluto and Aquarius presentation. I hope you all enjoy it. If you haven't, or well, obviously you haven't because I haven't posted it, but make sure you check that out when I post it because I really go in depth about the Pluto energy and what we are all going to experience during this Pluto and Aquarius transit. It's going to bring a lot of rising of the people because Aquarius rules the people, the collective. Pluto is all about transformation. When Pluto enters a sign, that the energy that is represented by that sign is completely different. If we look at the Pluto in in Capricorn, Capricorn rules authority, rules structures, governments, corporations, enterprises. It is a lot. It's a way different world than it was, and a lot that was hidden has come to light since Pluto entered Capricorn from the time Pluto is exiting Capricorn. So this just kind of shows you, and Pluto was in Capricorn for 15 years. So if you look back at the last 15 years to what we thought of our government and our systems and structures and corporations to what we know now, this gives you an idea of what Pluto does. And Pluto will bring what is hidden to light. Pluto brings power. So Aquarius represents the people. So I believe Pluto is going to bring power to the people, but it's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be a lot of different stuff pop up. So take me before I go into a tangent. I don't want to get too off topic here and go right into Pluto and Aquarius, but check that video out as soon as I post it because I really go in deep about that energy. So Mercury squaring Pluto is going to bring deep, intense information, I believe, and just a lot more of what is going on around our financial systems and the people, because now Pluto's in Aquarius. So this isn't representing the government anymore. Pluto's representing the people. So it's really interesting energy. And I think we need to be aware and just keep our eyes and ears open on Monday for what we hear, what comes up. Always do your research, always kind of look for the information online from trusted sources. And then on April 4th, which is Tuesday, we are going to have the Sun conjunct Chiron. And so this brings a little light to the situation this week because the Sun represents our vitality, our soul's expression, our life force energy, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So Chiron usually represents our, or not usually, Chiron does represent our healing journey and what we are healing from as a collective and on our own individual journey. So the sun forming a conjunction to Chiron is going to bring in inspiration, is going to bring in insights or some type of intuitive download or guidance when it comes to the next steps that you need to take on your journey, when it comes to healing or your individual self journey that you're on. Then we have on April 6th the full moon in Libra. Now, I've commented on this, I believe, on some of my social media, but we have a lot of energy right now around relationships. We have Venus currently in Taurus. We had Venus form a conjunction to the North Node. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So, along with all of these other Taurian themes that are pretty prominent, like our financial systems and food supply chain and all of that, on an individual level, I believe we are all going through transformation when it comes to how we are connecting to others, our relationships, and just not the universe is asking us at this time to become aware and self-aware of the balance and imbalance in our relationships. And it's interesting because I don't remember which video I went on a tangent with this, oh, it was my monthly forecast. And it wasn't a tangent, but I am going to make a video about the nodes because the nodes are shifting in July, but this is significant energy. And there's going to be massive change in July. We are going to have the nodes shift from Taurus and Scorpio to Aries and Libra. So all of this Libra energy that's going on right now is very significant. This is really setting the tone for some energy around relationships. I Things are going to come up, whether it's situations or people, experiences, that's going to force you to look at who is in alignment and who is no longer in alignment. And come July, there will be clarity around what and who you need to let go of. And I think this is very important for us on an individual level. So the full moon is going to be highlighting all of that this week. So if you have any personal experiences around relationships, just know the universe is asking you to take a look at and realize, are there people in your life that you need to let go of because they're holding you back in some way? They're depleting your energy. You're not able to fully, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Fully move into that complete soul's expression, or like who you are and who you need to manifest and become in this lifetime. So these are just some things that may come up this week because we have the full moon in Libra, and it's really just highlighting more of that energy. And if you have already been moving through or dealing with relationship issues or some type of energy around relationships, then something may come up this week where it's the universe is kind of pulling your attention to the full moon, is highlighting that for you. And we have also Mercury sextiling Mars, and that is going to be on April 7th. We will have Mercury form a sextile to Mars in Cancer. And this is going to be more information. And Cancer represents home, family, real estate, property. Um, so it's going to be interesting. We may hear some information as far as mortgages, property, or just it's interesting because we are just moving through some interesting energy right now. And I think it's just so important for people to pay more attention to the astrology because the astrology is really going to help in moving through this energy over the next, well, at least 20 years. We're living in a completely different world, which, if people haven't noticed, this world is not what it was a few years ago, and it's not going to go back to that. We are in a completely different world. Therefore, we need to learn to live in different ways. We need to adapt and not go to the same sources that we used to go to. And we need to learn how to trust ourselves more and believe in maybe the things we were told not to believe in, like astrology. Because I will tell you this, the astrology has been quite accurate and quite literal over the last few years of things that have come up. And people that have watched astrology had that proper awareness and guidance to move through the energy with preparation. So I hope that what I plan to do with this channel is bring awareness to this and really show people what astrology has to offer for those that maybe just don't know and understand astrology that well. No, and they don't know. And that's why I kind of post the content that I do. I started posting kind of cookbook astrology content where I show what the planets and the signs mean, very basic. And I will be actually posting more content about that with the planets and the signs. And I do this so that people can get a better understanding of what they can get from their birth charts, what they can get from following transits, and knowing and understanding the energy better. So, my final thoughts for this week is that I believe this week is going to be big for information that we will be receiving. I think we just all need to have our eyes and ears open and always remember that we create our own reality, but the collective consciousness creates our reality. We need to wake more people up to knowing and understanding what their true personal potential is. And I think I'm going to post more content about this because I I just have been learning so much over the past 5, 6 years that I've been sitting on, and because I have difficult astrology in my chart, it's hard for me to get comfortable to the point of completely becoming myself and expressing myself online. I have my Sun, Mars, and Mercury in the 12th house. So, me doing this YouTube channel and social media, pushing myself, is I'm trying to activate that energy right now and get myself out of my shell and hopefully um help guide others. That's what I want to do. And just past knowledge and experience I have. I mean, even in my personal life, I have been through so much crap and stuff, but I've learned so many lessons from it. If I can help anyone else that has gone through similar stuff like me, that's what I want to do. And I don't even know if anyone is still literally going to be on here at this time while I go through this rant, but that's what I want for this channel. I want to reach as many people as I can and help guide others and help people move through these changes. And I don't want to say difficult, scary energy because I don't like to use lower vibrational words in a sense. I don't like to promote fear because it's so important for us not to live in fear and not to be scared and worried and just focus on um, the best things in our lives and becoming the best versions of ourselves. But I still think we have to be aware of what is going on at the same time, but not get stuck in the emotions, if that makes sense. So, for anyone that is still listening to this, which I don't know if anybody will, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you align with my energy. And I really just want to truly grow a community on here for us to guide one another and come together, support one another. I know that there is a lot of us out there that no one understand what's really going on in the world, and I think we just need to find each other. And yeah, so I love all of you. I send all of you love and light and blessings, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me.